king rests. It's time for the king to rest. Now, um, let me say this and pretty much be done with it. If women, mostly, if you don't want to be with a man, tell him or end it. Why go down the road of playing a game like it's like playing with a ball on a yarn? Why go through the process over and over of playing with this person's feelings and emotions? You know that the person likes you. You know you have no interest in dating that said person, but you keep toying with him and keeping his emotions there. I've seen a girl keep a guy on the hook for years and was like, he's always gonna like me. No, he's not. What's gonna end up happening is that guy is not gonna like you. He just wants to sleep with you. Just to have it over with. Be like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna sleep with her one time." And then just to say I've done it. I didn't waste all my time and years. But he don't like you no more. Because you drug him through the mud to be in this relationship with you. So it's like he can't stand you. It's like, I don't like you no more, but I still sleep with you. But I don't like your ass. So that narrative comes into play. I know a woman played with this guy's emotion for years. She just didn't like him. And she just like, didn't want to hurt his feelings. Didn't want to hurt his feelings. Well, I don't know what hurts his feelings more. Him coming over there with flowers and candy for you before he goes to work. And then he comes over and sit there, you talk to him, and you sit in the chair and pretend to be interested. He has to know you're not interested. But he always comes over Valentine's Day, gives you a card. You got nobody else doing this for you, by the way. And then the guy that you want, that you're trying to chase, has no interest in you whatsoever. Then he finally says, okay, and all he's doing is playing with your emotions. And the guy that's right there in front of you, who's doing all of the stuff you want done, you just not feeling him. So you just, instead of saying, I'm not interested, you're like, well, he should have got the message. Oh, like, Jesus Christ. These women are like crazy out here. Why is everybody talking about this Jim Jones album like it's Illmatic or something? I'm like, it's Jim Jones. You trust me. I don't think you want me reviewing that album. That just shows you the state of hip hop and how bad it is. Everybody's talking about Jim Jones album. Like Jim Jones got a monster album. Like, dude, I just ate. Mm-hmm. That's because women do that, man. They put up that front. Well, I don't have a woman sleeping next to me because this is the king's bed. The king sleeps in this bed, and the king rests in this bed. Now, if I was at the Motel 6, then yes, she would be laying next to me at the Motel 6. Not in the king's bed. This is where I rest. Normally, I'd be reading a book right about now, but this ain't that night. This is when I get ready to go off into dreamland. Mm. Yeah, so women, just cut the man loose. Just say, hey, I'm not interested for X, Y, and Z. You're not gonna hurt anybody's feelings by doing what you're doing, and keep it moving. hmm My PC there. Look at that video already set up to go. hmm Cardi, my evil twin. Cardi, my evil twin. I'm reading a few books at the same time. I'm reading a book called God, another book called How to Think, and another one that's a sports book about the NBA. Mm-mm. Oh no, my bed, the light. Oh, you know about my bed already, huh? There it is. My bed lights up. But when I'm going to sleep, I just cut it off. I don't need it. So I had that on as my night reading. Oh yes. Mm-hmm. The narratives never change. Mm-mm. The narratives never change. It's always the wrong person put in charge. No, women have a bad way. Most women have a bad way of putting people in bad predicaments when they shouldn't be. Case in point, there's no reason why there's no reason why a woman should play with a man's emotions like that. No, I've seen it. You crazy? I've seen two women both using the same man. He was at the bar buying both of them drinks, and they didn't want anything to do with him. And he was basically just there for the company, right? So he's there spending his money, having a ball, and they basically making fun of this guy because I guess he comes to Shooters. This is a pool hall called Shooters. He comes there on like Wednesday nights, spends his money, and they love to see him there because they're like, oh, look, it's him. He's going to spend his money, all this money he got. He's gonna buy us drinks all night. So these women are like teasers. They just want to use men to get all the money and drinks and stuff. And you see these girls all the time, but they have no interest in the guy. But it's like, okay, you don't have interest in the guy and you're using him for his drinks, right? You're already doing that. Why do you gotta insult this guy to everybody else around? Like, oh my God, this guy, he won't leave us alone. He wants to, and you're insulting the poor guy. You're already taking all his money. It doesn't even make sense. And that remind me of Tawana. Oh shoot, I shouldn't. Okay, Tawana Page. Damn, I haven't said her name. Ah, what the hell. So anyway, Tawana was dating. Tawana was dating some guy who basically she was just using him. Like they would go on dates and everything, right? And she would go out to dinner. Anytime Tawana would come over there, she would call this guy. He would come over and just do everything. She was like, a girl, she would tell the whole neighborhood, I'm not even giving him none. And just like, he just still, he would sit there, he would do everything for me. She's like, he finna buy me the new, it was some doggone shoe or whatever. He was buying her these shoes. And man, this dude was crazy. So she wanted to go to this concert, and he was like, I gotta work. She was like, oh, okay, well, that's okay. I'll just take the tickets and I'll go with my cousin. If you can't go, then both of us are going, me and my cousin. So he gets the tickets and says, okay, but I might be going. I'm gonna get off work. So after he tells her I gotta work and he got the tickets for her and the cousin. Now, according to him, she said, if you can't go, then I'll take my cousin. So the ticket wouldn't be a loss. So that's why he went and got the tickets. She said she asked him to buy the tickets for her and her cousin to go to the concert or whatever. So it was a misunderstanding because he ended up getting off work and was going, and the cousin's like, "Oh, what up? I thought I was going." And she was like, "You are going. You supposed to be at work." He was like, "No, I got off, so that means I could go, so we can go." She's like, "I'm not going with you. I'm going with my cousin. I told you, me and my cousin was going here. You don't even like the person or the artist." He's like, "I do. That's why I bought the tickets." So he's like, "No, I want to go with you." Well, she's like, "Well, I'm not going if you're going. Like, unless you buy another ticket for my cousin who's now doesn't have a ticket." And he's like, "Well, I don't know if they're gonna have tickets there." She didn't care. So Tawana put up a fuss, and he was just like, it's a misunderstanding. It's my fault. Here, you and your cousin just go. So he was out there by himself, let the cousin and her go to the concert or whatever. And he was so stupid. He was at the bar with us. That's how we even know that he didn't even go. He at the bar with us. He's like, y'all watching the game? We like, yeah, we watching the game. Oh, okay. Yeah, my boy ain't got no chill, no sympathy. He was, let me get this straight. He just vicious, cold hearted. Let me get this straight. You bought the ticket. I'd have told them. You and your cousin. F both of y'all. I could, you should have pawned them tickets. Oh man. My boy ain't got no chill. So they started this whole movement, right? They started this whole movement of who's gonna be chilled out, who needs to relax, who needs to do this, who needs to do what, blah, 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 right? So as they keep doing all this yapping, all of a sudden, one dude stands up and say, "Hey, while y'all doing all that talking, this man actually he with the girl. It's his woman. Y'all don't even know the girl." So they come back from the concert, right? They are having a ball. She sends him a text message, a long message. This is why I care about you. You're a real man. Any other man would have started a big fight, but this is why you're special to me. And you are always going to be in my heart. I mean, she wrote all this. He was feeling like, yeah, this is my girl. Like he finna get some. Man, she gave him a kiss on the cheek and a hug. I'm telling you, these women are cold, man. They cold hearted. Oh, they cold hearted. She ended up using him to get a down payment on a car. But hey, these some of these guys know what they be getting into. They just want these women so bad. Like this dude is 72 years old, going to retirement at 72. And he says, "All right, I'm 72, I'm retired." So he retired at 72, got all his benefits, and started blowing all his money, his retirement money, on these doggone skanks who are in their 30s and 40s. Now, this one skank goes up to this club named Bocce's or whatever, right? That's out there in like Matson, Illinois. And she got this dude, bought her a Mercedes, bought her every goddamn thing you could think of. And she still don't like this dude. She's still sleeping with other people, still moving like that. And he was like, "What you doing? I just got you a car, this and that." So he got mad at her and was like, "You got to pay the note." She was like, "Bet you did all the work for me. You didn't pay half of the car, and it's just a note." She was like, "I'll take it over, fine, and I'll get everybody else to pay it." But that's what I'm saying. He didn't mind to pay. He came back and was like, "No, that's okay. I'm gonna still pay the note." 'Cause that's what it was. But she actually gave it up to him, you know, to the old 72-year-old. Yeah, she was hoping he kicked the bucket and put her in the wheel. She was just like, "I'm gonna get him to leave his wife and get married to him and get all the rest of the money, and then he gonna kick the bucket." I'm like, these women are cold hearted, boy. Man, she was sleeping around with so many people. It was crazy. Most of them people went to Bar Louie's, and then when they went to Bar Louie's, it everything changed once they went to Bar Louie's, man. But other than that, it was wonderful for a while. Mm. No, it was a lot of us that was around at that time. But going back to Tawana's situation, the girl I was telling y'all about with the guy who bought the tickets and whatever, they was bragging about how they got the tickets, they kicked it, had a good time, and he was staying on the hook. He bought her coats, dresses, everything, right? Till he finally wised up and he left her alone because she ended up kicking it with some dude at her job. And she told him, like, this is my boyfriend and this and that. And you was going to always be special. You'll be a friend. Because he was just buying everything, right? And she was bragging about all the stuff she got from him. So he ended up getting married about, I say, 2 years later. That guy got married. He started dating another girl. I don't know where he found her, but she wasn't ashamed to be with him. It wasn't like the dude had like a third eye or a hunchback or something. A Notre Dame. He was just a lame. That was just it. His crime was being a lame. But he had money. He had a good job, and she had no problem being with him. And all the little stuff she got, like the coats, that jacket and all that stuff was like played out years later. And then I know she couldn't fit the majority of that as big as she got in the past 2 years. Because see, some of the women, they can't see the big picture. They only see what's in front of them. She didn't realize she had a guy who had a career at his job. She thought about all the little stuff she can get out of him. This girl here, she's finna gang a husband who provides for the household. She's secure. This girl here want to run around and be 20 forever. Now you dating some guy who ain't gonna treat you how that guy was treating you. And all the little things you worship, like gifts and coats and bags and concert tickets, all these little things that don't mean anything once it's over. This woman here is gonna have something you don't have. Security. See, that's what's wrong. That's what needs to change. That whole attitude era is real messed up, bro. That's all I could tell you. It's just that when people attitude is stank and foul, you see their real colors. But as you can see, women can put themselves in a hell of a bind with no help from the man. They can mess it all up on their own. They love to play these games like it's fun. Women prepare for marriage and stuff their whole life. When you get racing cars and racing sets, they get doll houses, right? They want to play house. Let's play house. I remember we was up there. My cousin like, come on, let's play house. Like, house. I got a football in my hand. I'm playing house. Like, okay, no. See, you're the daddy. I'm the mama. These are the babies. We're playing house. I'm like, I don't play house. Score touchdowns. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Nah, I can still see. Somebody is like, you look fried, boy. That's that purple turple tropical kush. Y'all be crazy with all these strands. I mean, it's gonna be like scary movie. Y'all gonna have a strand called death. Take one hit, dog, you might not get up. I'm gonna hit that. Watch. Man, you got that strand, that half dead strand, man. It leaves you half dead. Why would I want to smoke that? Dog, you be half dead, dog. Half your body dead. Dog, I don't need that. Y'all be doing too much. They said, oh, guys play games too. It ain't just the women. Yeah, I know. They ain't gonna come with the guys playing games. Guys do play games with women, but not like how women play games. It's entirely different. Women are trained to play games. Y'all get off on it. Oh, that's taking your work to bed. You see that? It's already set to go. I got the video, everything set to go. So when I wake up tomorrow, all I gotta do is hit the button. Psst, and it starts. That's what I'm saying. Workaholic, baby. Got everything set to go. And stay 1 foot ahead of the game. Hmm. So anyway, see y'all tomorrow or later on. Deuces.